Something that was a driving force behind founding Magpie was an interest in taking accessibility beyond just the idea of how to make the audience physically accessible to people. We wanted to think about people who could never physically attend a show, whether because of geography or other factors, and that is what inspired us to begin making pro shots of all of our original works. This has been an incredibly successful program. We actually managed to completely fund our musical Briar Rose using pre-orders of pro shots. And it really spoke to the fact that people want access to theater, and that theater is not something that's dying. It's something that actually could be having a huge boom even amongst the circumstances that we're in right now. There are people who want to connect via the arts who have been overlooked or just not thought of yet as audience members. But there are people all across the world who are not able to access our art physically and still want to share that space with us and hear the stories that we're telling.
One of the things I love the most about working with Magpie is just how genuine and caring everybody is. It really is like a what you see is what you get. Everybody really wears their heart on their sleeve, both while they're performing and working.
Working with Magpie honestly gives me so much hope and happiness as an artist. I'm always so inspired by what goes on in rehearsal and on stage, and just the magic that we create together.
Our work doesn't just focus on traditional theatrical elements, but it challenges the boundaries of performance itself. There's a constant push to innovate and find new ways to connect with our audience. If someone is looking for something different, something that challenges and engages them, they should see a Magpie show. Expect to be taken out of your comfort zone, to encounter raw, authentic emotion, and to leave with new questions and ideas.
It's gonna be something a little different than what you've seen before. Whether it is a new queer lens put on a story that seems a little bit more familiar, or if it's something completely new.
Beyond making art accessible to the audience, we also want to go a step further and think about how art making can become accessible to the people making the art.
Magpie always makes an effort to create and showcase stories that we find interesting and captivating, which I think is really wonderful.
I've totally loved all of the teamwork and friendship in the cast that I've been part of so far. It's just such a fun, collaborative atmosphere here at Magpie that makes it just so nice to create art together.
You can see that in these like super happy, joyous moments, and you also can feel that in some of those like darker, sometimes sinister, sometimes just like a little bit more melancholy or close to the heart moments.
Making art is a deeply human thing. It might be the only thing that really unites every human being. So why are we excluding anyone from making art on a professional level?
Our work is about making space for diverse perspectives and of constantly questioning the norms of both art and society.
It feels really wonderful to be a part of a group that cares so much about people and about stories.
We want to think about what barriers are preventing people from getting in the room, from joining the creative teams, from being on stage.
Magpie has truly changed the way that I approach art. It's taught me to embrace my full range as an artist, not just as a costume designer and visual artist, but also as an actor and a collaborator. On a personal level, the friendships and shared experiences with this group have been deeply enriching, shaping me both professionally and personally.
We're telling a story because we find it important and like it's a story worth telling, which I think is really lovely. It's really wonderful.
Magpie is committed to providing training and opportunities to people who haven't had access to traditional training or education. We especially try to prioritize giving opportunities to those who've experienced discrimination for any number of reasons, And because we also believe in fair compensation for artists, we pay everyone who comes to us for training the same for their time as any professional artists who work with us.
So, yeah, just come along for the ride with us, and we're happy to tell some stories with you. Thanks.